Vulnerability paired with strength creates a kind of magnetic tension you can't fake. When softness meets grounded dominance, the chemistry becomes undeniable. In this conversation, I want to explore 5 Stoic psychological truths about what deep intimacy truly means to a woman. Not the fairy tale version, not the surface level romance. I'm talking about the raw, unspoken reality that most men never stop to understand. Welcome to DM. If you've been here for a while, you already know this space is about growth, depth, and decoding human nature. And if you're new, understand this. We're not here to beg for validation. We're here to study psychology, philosophy, attraction, and the truths nobody teaches in school. The first truth is simple but powerful. Her tests are not attacks. They're auditions. When a woman becomes intimate with you, it's never just physical. Even if she pretends it's casual, her body and instincts don't experience it that way. On a psychological level, intimacy is exposure. It's her asking herself, is this man safe enough for me to lower my guard? If she senses emotional chaos in you, anger you can't control, insecurity you try to hide, ego that flares up under pressure, she will never fully relax. A woman's deepest instinct is self-protection. Emotional instability feels like danger to her nervous system. But when she trusts you enough to open herself in that space, it's not simply desire. It's respect. It's her recognizing your composure, your restraint, your steadiness. She isn't submitting to you. She's responding to the security you create. Most men think power and intimacy is something you take. In reality, it's something she grants when she feels emotionally safe. Yet safety alone isn't enough to spark desire. That leads to the second truth. Emotional stability is her real aphrodisiac. Attraction isn't logical or equal. It's instinctual. When she feels drawn to you, she's also evaluating you. She's observing how you handle tension, how you carry yourself, how you respond when emotions rise. It's not about dominating her. It's about mastering yourself. A man who stays calm, grounded, and confident during intense moments gives her something rare: certainty. The feminine energy wants to feel secure, but it also wants to feel depth and intensity. When you combine inner stillness with quiet strength, that's when she relaxes into you naturally. Not because she has to, because her instincts tell her you can hold the space. She's not reacting to your appearance alone. She's reacting to your presence. Your self-command turns uncertainty into calm. That's why emotional composure carries more weight than flashy words or forced charm. What pulls her in is gravity, not noise. And this connects to something even deeper. She reads your soul through stillness. Every woman, whether she realizes it or not, is constantly reading emotional cues. Your tone, your pauses, the way you breathe, the tension in your voice. All of it communicates more than your words ever could. In intimate moments especially, she's not just feeling touch. She's sensing truth. She can feel hesitation. She can feel confidence. She can feel authenticity. When you're present, centered, and real, she responds to that energy. Real intimacy is not about overpowering someone. It's about two people lowering their armor at the same time. The strongest man in the room is often the quietest one, the one who doesn't need to prove anything. Because true dominance is internal. It's emotional discipline. It's knowing who you are and not losing that center when things become intense. When vulnerability meets grounded strength, something shifts. She doesn't feel controlled. She feels held. And that feeling, safety combined with intensity, is what creates a bond that goes far beyond the physical. Women are extremely sensitive to emotional misalignment. You can say all the right words, But if your energy feels forced or fake, she'll sense it immediately. If you claim you care, but your presence feels like you're trying to impress her, she'll pick up on that contradiction without you saying a word. That's why real stoic discipline matters more than surface confidence. When you're genuinely grounded, not seeking approval, and not putting on a show, she relaxes. Not because she's fragile, but because your steadiness makes it safe for her to open up. To her, intimacy is a form of emotional honesty. It's her silent way of asking, "Who are you when you drop the mask?" When she feels calm strength in you, when your presence doesn't shake under pressure, admiration slowly turns into connection. A man who governs himself is rare, and rarity creates value. But calm alone isn't enough. You can be peaceful and disciplined, yet if she feels no intensity from you, you become forgettable. The feminine spirit doesn't want only comfort. It wants passion contained within control. She wants warmth wrapped in strength. That's where attraction becomes powerful. Most men misunderstand this. Women are not drawn to chaos itself. They're drawn to contained chaos. There's a difference. The magnetic pull comes from a man who appears composed, but carries an undeniable edge beneath the surface. A quiet heat, an unspoken strength. The message behind that energy is simple. I have power, and I choose to guide it. That choice is what creates tension. When a man has the capacity to lose control, but consciously decides not to, he represents both force and integrity, strength guided by discipline. That duality keeps her emotionally engaged. She's not fascinated by reckless behavior. She's captivated by controlled intensity. This is why small moments matter. Holding eye contact just a second longer, touching her hand without rushing, letting silence stretch without filling it nervously. Those actions aren't tricks. They communicate self-command. They show you're deliberate, not desperate. You're telling her she's safe, but you're also reminding her you're not harmless. We've talked about safety, stability, presence, and polarity. Now we reach the deepest layer. Intimacy isn't a deal or a reward. It's an exchange of energy. In those close moments, two nervous systems are syncing. She isn't evaluating technique. She's feeling your internal state. If you're anxious, she absorbs that tension. If you're insecure, it spreads into the space. If you're calm and centered, her body softens. If you bring both strength and kindness, she experiences intensity without fear. That's the true balance. The masculine provides direction and containment. The feminine brings depth and emotion. When those energies meet properly, the connection becomes more than physical. It becomes recognition. You can't fake this. Energy exposes everything. A restless mind shows up. Selfish intent shows up. But so does grounded clarity. When your presence is steady and intentional, she feels free to open. Because for her, intimacy isn't about something being done to her. It's about something awakening within her. When she allows that level of closeness, she's not yielding to your body. She's responding to your discipline. That's why men without inner control often lose her after the moment passes. There's no depth left behind. But a man who is anchored in himself leaves a lasting imprint. She remembers how she felt around him. So what does this mean for you? Attraction doesn't begin in private moments. It starts long before that, in how you manage your emotions, your focus, your purpose. It's not about performance. It's about preparation. Work on your mind. Refine your intent. Build real self-control. When you do, your presence will speak louder than anything you try to say. You're here with. This is for men who move with patience, strength, and direction. We don't chase attention. We sharpen ourselves until attention comes naturally. Remember the 5 truths. Her challenges are not attacks, but evaluations. Emotional steadiness fuels desire. She reads your character in silence. Controlled intensity creates attraction. And true intimacy is an energetic exchange, never a transaction. Stop obsessing over what women want. Focus on becoming the man whose energy feels safe and powerful at the same time. Once you win the battle within, everything outside of you becomes easier to navigate.